Hi, this is Jo, and today I'm talking about brand identity. I'd like to share a story about something that happens quite commonly to the business owners who I work with when, for example, you have started your business, you have got clients, you have delivered services or products or whatever, you have done your work, but over the course of time, the thing that you do has evolved right away from the thing that you started doing. And so, for example, I did a project a while ago with a guy who had started a mobile bike repair studio, and all of his marketing had been set up around this mobile bike repair studio. But over time, he'd moved away from that. He'd actually got a property. He had set up a bike shop. He is selling spare parts. He was doing bike repairs. His operation had completely changed from the thing that he built his brand around. Another example, somebody who had set up a business in the window cleaning industry, which was great. But over the course of time, he had added additional specialist services till in the end, that window cleaning was a tiny, tiny part of the expertise that he could offer. And yet the brand had stayed left behind. It happens really often. And I'm talking to you about it today because it's important to keep on thinking about your brand strategy, even whilst your business is up and running. It's not something that you do once and it's done. It's something that you constantly revisit to think, am I actually representing the true value of what I do? Does my brand look like the service that I now offer? Or does it look like the small service that I started out with? And when you find that your services or your products have really evolved and changed over time, it can be time not only to update the service listing, but potentially also to update the way that your brand feels, the way that it speaks, because you're working with different people now. You're offering different services now. You're competing with different people now. The entire environment you're working in has potentially changed, and that can be a good signal that you need to look again at your brand to make sure the identity you're putting out there is the identity that you want to be seen. Okay, I hope that helps.